Hi friends, this video is specific for exam going students. Either you are going to appear in the foreign medical graduate entrance examination, either you are going to target NEET PG entrance examination, or it may be your upcoming next exam. So इस वीडियो का solely purpose है how to mark 100% correct answer in the exam. Generally इन एनी एग्जाम्स ऐसा लास्ट 10 ईयर 15 ईयर का क्वेश्चन पेपर देखने के बाद एनालिसिस है कि लेवल ऑफ प्रिवेंशन टॉपिक से एटलीस्ट वन क्वेश्चन इन एनी एग्जाम्स आते हैं. सो आवर एम इज टू टेक द आइडिया बेसिक्स, ताकि आप एग्जैक्टली कोई भी क्वेश्चंस आता है, क्योंकि इस टॉपिक से कभी भी क्वेश्चंस रिपीट नहीं होते हैं. एग्जाम्पल्स हर बार एक न्यू आता है. अगर आपका आइडिया क्लियर है, ओनली देन यू एबल टू मार्क द करेक्ट आंसर, बिकॉज एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन तो रिपीट नहीं होगा, टॉपिक रिपीट हो रहा है. दैट्स मीन्स आइडिया मस्ट बी क्लियर. सेकेंड थिंग, इस टॉपिक्स में ऐसा देखा जाता है कि पढ़ने के बावजूद भी आंसर रॉन्ग हो जाता है. हमेशा कुछ कंफ्यूजन रहता है कि इसका आंसर प्राइमोडियल प्रिवेंशन होगा कि आइदर इसका आंसर प्राइमरी प्रिवेंशन होगा. ये काफ़ी कन्फ्यूजन का स्टेट रहता है. हेल्थ प्रमोशन का मतलब क्या है, स्पेसिफिक प्रोटेक्शंस का मतलब क्या है. इस वजह से ये टॉपिक जानते हुए भी इतना इजी टॉपिक लगता है, बट जब एग्जाम्स में आते हैं, जैसे लास्ट ईयर भी पेपर्स में जो क्वेश्चन आया था, अभी रिसेंट फॉरेन मेडिकल एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स में भी जो क्वेश्चन आया था, इजीली स्टूडेंट आंसर रॉन्ग कर दे रहे हैं. उनको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मॉनिटरिंग का मतलब क्या है, ब्लड प्रेशर मॉनिटरिंग का मतलब क्या है, क्या ये सेकेंडरी में आएगा कि प्राइमरी में आएगा कि प्राइमोडियल्स में आएगा. वो एग्जाम्पल्स को क्या करते हैं, रट लेते हैं, मगअप कर लेते हैं. सो ये टॉपिक वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक में से है. अगर 30 क्वेश्चन अगर पीएसएम में अगर दिया जाता है, 32 क्वेश्चन पीएसएम में आता है, तो आप कह सकते हैं कि वन टॉपिक एक ऐसा है जहाँ से सिंगल क्वेश्चंस आना ही है, चाहे कोई भी एग्जाम्स हो. सो क्यों नहीं इस टॉपिक को अच्छे से पढ़ा जाए. साथ साथ इस टॉपिक को पढ़ने के बाद हमारा प्रायोरिटी रहेगा कि क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है. मैं क्वेश्चंस कुछ प्रीवियस ईयर के क्वेश्चंस अवेलेबल्स हैं, जिनको मैं यहाँ पे आपको दिखाऊंगा कि क्या क्या क्वेश्चन किस लेवल के क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं, ताकि आप करेक्टली उसको मार्क कर सकें. सेकेंडली, क्वेश्चन मार्क करने के बाद आप 100% कॉन्फिडेंट है कि नहीं. अगर ये क्लिनिकल बेस्ड क्वेश्चन आता है, तब आप इसको कैसे अप्रोच करेंगे वो मैं बताऊंगा. अगर आप थर्ड ईयर पार्ट 1 स्टूडेंट है, अगर आप यूनिवर्सिटी के एग्जाम्स दे रहे हैं, तो भी आप इस वीडियो को देख सकते हैं और आप इजीली इस पे अपना लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन और शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन आता है उसका इजीली आंसर कर सकते हैं. सो फर्स्ट स्टार्ट विथ what are the questions that has been already asked. Just go through quick. ऑल इंडिया पीजी में एग्जाम्स में एक क्वेश्चन आया, ऑल ऑफ द फॉलोइंग रिप्रेजेंट स्पेसिफिक प्रोटेक्शन मोड ऑफ डिजीज प्रिवेंशन एक्सेप्ट. कभी पूछ दिया उन्होंने सेकेंडरी लेवल ऑफ प्रिवेंशन एक्सेप्ट. इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं. कभी वो दे रहे हैं फ्लोराइड रिच वाटर में डिफ्लोरिनेशन ऑफ वाटर हो रहा है, इसका क्या है. कभी वो दे सकते हैं कि प्राइमोडियल प्रिवेंशन का मतलब क्या है. कभी ये दे सकते हैं डिसेबिलिटी लिमिटेशन, इसका इंटरवेंशन जो हो रहा है उसका मतलब क्या है. यानी कि वो प्रिवेंशन और इंटरवेंशन से कुछ भी. कभी वो दे सकते हैं एग्जाम्पल देके कि आप करेक्ट ऑर्डर में अरेंज कीजिए. तो ऐसे ऐसे टोटल हमारे पास जो क्वेश्चंस के लिस्ट है 43 लिस्ट है. 43 लिस्ट है टोटल हमारे पास जो लिस्ट है. कीमोप्रोफाइलेक्सिस प्रिवेंशन का दे देंगे, कौन सा प्रिवेंशन से एग्जांपल बताइए. तो हमारे पास टोटल 43 लिस्ट है क्वेश्चंस के. आप कॉन्सेप्ट के बाद किसी भी क्वेश्चंस को आप इजीली मार्क कर सकते हैं विदाउट एनी डाउट कि हाँ ये प्राइमोडियल होगा कि प्राइमरी होगा. ये आपको कोई कंफ्यूजन नहीं रहेगा. ओके, तो लेट स्टार्ट विथ क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. बिफोर दैट, फर्स्ट we have to go the basics. Basics means What is primordial prevention? Primordial prevention. What is primary prevention? What is secondary prevention? And what is tertiary prevention? And the last one is, that is, you first time able to heard this topic, quaternary prevention. So let's discuss one by one. This is what I am telling. I am telling about the prevention. I am telling about the prevention. This is primordial. Primordial means you are going to prevent. You are going to prevent. What you are going to prevent? This is risk factor. Risk factor emergence. That means, that is what you are going to do. You are going to do prevention of emergence of the risk factor. What do you understand by this line? I am going to understand by this line that the risk factor is absent. The risk factor is absent. The risk factor is absent. Where the risk factor is absent? The risk factor is absent in case of primordial prevention. The risk factor is absent. First thing. So, what are the intervention? What are the intervention? The intervention in primordial prevention is health promotion, health education or health promotion. Here risk factor is absent. Remember this, risk factor is absent. What is the primary prevention? In case of primary prevention, the risk factor is present. And you are going, where you are going? You are going to prevent prevention of disease. That means if risk factor is present, then definitely it going to do, or it going to effect on the body and able to produce disease. So what is the intervention? The intervention in this case is health promotion and a specific protection. Health promotion and a specific protection. This is the intervention. What is the interventions? Interventions is intervention, health protection and a specific protection. What is the aim? Why you are doing this type of prevention? We already seen that it is prevention of occurrence of the disease. So if disease is not occurring, that means you are going to decrease the incidence of disease. that means you are going to decrease the incidence. Okay, so this is the aim of primary prevention is to decrease the incidence. What about the secondary prevention? Secondary prevention is prevention of the complication of disease, prevention of the complication of disease from the occurring. That means disease has been developed, then its complications should not be developed. It's our motto for the secondary prevention. And intervention, in case of secondary prevention, intervention you are using is two. Either it is early diagnosis, this is early diagnosis, or treatment. You are going to treat the disease. If you are going to early diagnose the disease or you are going to treat the disease, that means you are going to prevent the complication to occur. So this is your aim. So what is your aim? If you are going to diagnose the disease, you are going to treat the disease, that means the durations is going to decrease. That means basically what's going to decrease? Decrease the prevalence of disease is going to decrease. What about the tertiary prevention? In the tertiary prevention, what is your motto? Your aim is to reduce the actual complication of disease. Actual complication of disease. And how you are doing? You are doing it by disability, limitation, and rehabilitation. Disability, limitation, and rehabilitation. So this is the basics idea. This is not in detail. This what I am going to give the basics idea about what is the primordial prevention, secondary prevention, and tertiary prevention. This is completely the basics idea. Here I am not going to give in the details about the what is this, what is the quaternary prevention. This can be asked. Quaternary prevention. That can be asked, and that is given by Mark. That is given by Mark Giamoli. What is that? This is basically a overdiagnosis. What it is? It is prevention of overdiagnosis. Prevention of overdiagnosis of disease in the general public group. And why it is? Due to medical literature review. This is because of the medical literature review. So what basically is occurring here? Basically, if you are overdiagnosis the things, that means you are taking over medication. If you are going to overdiagnose the disease, that means you are going to do over medication. So patient is at Risk of over medication. So in quaternary prevention, you are going to prevent that, prevention of this. Prevention of this is in quaternary prevention. So this is the basics idea about what we call the level of prevention. We have to go in detail about the level of prevention. So why? Because question is going to ask in depth, and you really not able to mark the actual answer in the exam. So in in case of in case of primary prevention, in case of primary prevention, what was your two intervention? First intervention was health promotion. First was health promotion. How you able to do this health promotion? Health promotion is by, this is written here, health promotion is by health education. Second, E. E for environmental modification. E for environmental modification. L for lifestyle modification. Lifestyle modification. L for lifestyle modification. Environmental modification. How will you going to do this kind of environmental modification? How will you able to achieve that? You able to achieve that by safe drinking water. Safe drinking water. You able to use sanitary latrine. Control of insects and rodents. Control of insects and rodents, and the is by housing improvement. Anyone can be given in example. They can ask by giving any example of this: safe water, sanitary latrine, control of insect or rodents, and house improvement. And they can ask which level of prevention it is. This all comes under environmental modification, and this basically comes under health promotion, and this comes under primary prevention. So you must know about this. What are the other lifestyle modification or behavior change? Behavior changes. Behavior changes. N. N for nutritional intervention. N for nutritional intervention. And in the nutritional intervention, they may give example like fortified food. They can give the example of child feeding. They can give the example of nutritional education. They can give the example of N. You have to mark the correct answer in the exam. Otherwise, what will happen? If they will give the example, you not able to mark the correct answer. Why? Because you not know the example, you not know what comes under the health promotion, because you have not read properly. And health education, what about the health education? Health education is most effective, most effective. Or it may give the example about the counseling. Counseling is one of the method of health education. Once upon a time they have asked about the marriage counseling. The marriage counseling is example of. So you can easily, when you see the term counseling, that means one form of health education. And health education is, you can easily mark in your exam. What are the other things? This is health, this is health promotion, and second comes under is a specific protection. So second one in primary prevention is a specific protection. A specific protection. And in this you should know what are the specific protection. A specific protection. A specific protection means, what are the examples? I for immunization. Immunization. Immunization is example of a specific protection. C for chemoprophylaxis. Chemoprophylaxis. Chemoprophylaxis is example of a specific protection. This is protection against occupation. This is protection against occupational hazards. Or it is specific nutrients use. A specific nutrients use. You are going to use the specific nutrients. Other, protection from the carcinogen. Protection from carcinogen. 6. Protections against accident. 7. Any type of pollution, air pollution protections or noise pollution. And the last example is avoidance of allergen. Why I have written like this? Because anyone can be asked in your exam, what are the example of specific protections? Immunization. Immunization you can understand by the fact, if I am going to give a vaccines against any disease, that means we should must be specific about which, by giving the vaccines, which disease we are going to prevent in the occurring in the future. Chemoprophylaxis, that means we are using a drug must be given against some specific kind of disease or disorder. So that must be. Protections against occupational hazard. Occupation, that means you are going to work in a particular environment where particular occupations is going to harm you. That is protections against that. Specific nutrients use. You are if you are in a particular place where particular nutrient are deficient, and you are going to take the particular nutrients, that means you are going the specific thing. So this all comes under specific protection. And you know the specific protections is what? The specific protections and primary health promotion comes under primary level of prevention. Okay, what about the secondary level of prevention? Secondary secondary level of prevention, what we are using in the secondary level of prevention? In the secondary level of prevention, we are using basically what kind of intervention? Intervention is in the primary prevention, intervention is by health promotion and specific protection. In the secondary, it is by early diagnosis or by the treatment. Early diagnosis, how can you do the early diagnosis? Early diagnosis can be done by the screening, or you can done it by the monitoring. Suppose if you are monitoring the blood pressure, suppose just for example, you are monitoring BP. That means what you are doing? You are doing to diagnose hypertension. So you are doing for the diagnosis. So screening, monitoring, early diagnosis, or koi any special test. If you are doing any type of special test, suppose breast self examination, if you are doing, that means you are going to diagnose the breast carcinoma. Suppose if you are doing pap smear, that means what you are doing? You are doing an investigation to diagnose the disease. So any kind of investigation or test, that investigation or test comes under early diagnosis, and this is for the secondary prevention or treatment. One interesting example is BCG. Suppose if BCG is used for the treatment for the bladder cancer, so it is secondary level of prevention. If BCG used as a vaccination means what you are doing? Vaccination means what you are doing? You are giving a specific protection, and specific protections come under primary prevention. So you must see what the examiner is asking from you. Either they are asking about the treatment, either they are asking about the diagnosis, either they are asking about the specific protection, either they are asking about the health promotion. You must know about this, otherwise definitely you are going to do the wrong. So overall, if you want to sum up, then how you are going to sum up this? That is more important. Final discussion of the topic. After that we will take the questions. What are the prevention? The level of prevention is primordial, primary, secondary, and tertiary. These are the level. If I ask questions, you can able to answer this. Now I am asking one question: risk about the risk factor. About the risk factor. In the primordial prevention, risk factor is absent. In the primordial prevention, the risk factor is absent. What about the primary prevention? The primary prevention, risk factor is present, but disease has not been developed. The risk factor is present. So definitely in secondary, risk factor will be present. What about the disease? Disease. What about the disease? Risk factor is absent, so disease must be absent. रिस्क फैक्टर ही नहीं है तो डिजीज कहाँ से होगा? रिस्क फैक्टर इज प्रेजेंट, so definitely disease must be present. But what you have done? You have done the primary level of prevention. That means risk factor is present, but you have prevented that. That means disease must be absent. Secondary prevention, disease is present. Disease is present. Definitely here the disease is present. What about the complication? Complication of disease, risk factor is absent, so up to this complication is absent, because you have prevented that, so complication is absent. What about the disability or death? Must be absent. Must be absent. Must be absent. Now consider one by one. Consider one by one. First consideration is primordial, and in primordial this is prevention. This is prevention, and this is intervention. This is primordial prevention. Here risk factor is not there. So what you are going? You are just going to educate the people. There is chances to develop the what? Chances to develop the risk factor, and risk factor if comes, they will going to develop the disease. If disease will come, they will going to develop the complication. If complication occur, ultimately you able to disability or death. So risk factor is not present, then you are just going to do the health education. Primary level of prevention. Primary level of prevention means risk factor is present, and you are going to prevent the occurrence of disease. That means what you are going to do? What you are going to do in the primary level of prevention? What you are going to do? You are going to do health promotion and specific protection. Why you are going to do the health promotion and specific protections? Because you know about the things, some risk factor is there, so you have to protect that risk factor. You have to protect that risk factor. So ultimately what will happen? Ultimately what will happen? disease will not develop. In secondary, what you have seen in the secondary level of prevention, in the secondary level of prevention you have seen there is a disease, there is disease, and if disease is present, then you must do the diagnosis. So early diagnosis, and if disease get diagnosed, then you must treat it. Early diagnosis or monitoring, you are doing to do the monitor to diagnose, early diagnose. This is done in case of secondary level. So in primary level, what you are going to prevent, you are going to prevent the occurrence of a new disease. That means you are going to decrease, your aim is to decrease the incidence. But already disease has been developed and you are going to treat it. If you are not going to treat, that means disease is going to prolong, and if disease is going to prolong, that means the prevalence of disease is going to increase. That means your aim is secondary prevention is to decrease the prevalence. What about the tertiary prevention? The in tertiary prevention already disease is present and there is a complication is present. So what you are going to do, you are going to intervene by disability limitation or rehabilitation. So this is your intervention. So in one slide you able to mark any questions that is related to the exams. What is your aim, why you are doing like that, and what are the intervention, what are the prevention. If you are going to do, you able to do mark any questions in the exam. So early diagnosis and treatment you have done. How you able to know? Just you take one example about the disability limitation and rehabilitation. Suppose one disease has been occurred, because of disease there is impairment, because of disease there is impairment, and because of impairment there is a disability, and because of disability the finally the aim is the patient is going to handicap. So the sequence is basically you must know the sequence. The first is in the sequence, the first is disease, the first is disease, the first is disease, the second is I, the second is I, that is impairment. You can remember like that, impairment, and ultimately D and H, that is DDH, DDH, disease, impairment, disability and handicap. Try to understand by the example. If some patient having some person having accident, so it is basically a disease. There, because of the accident, the patient is having loss of foot, so the loss of foot becomes the impairment. Loss of foot actually what means, there is anatomical disturbance, that is impairment. What happen if loss of foot is there, they not able to walk, that is cannot walk. So cannot walk is means not able to perform daily routine activity. routine activity that was previously normal. So it is basically disability, not ability, having no ability to perform the normal day to day activity. So ultimately what person is going to suffer? Cannot work, that is unemployment. So unemployment means it becomes handicap, so it becomes socialized. Okay, so you can take an example and know what actually it is. So this is basically a disability limitation or rehabilitation or disability limitation. What about the rehabilitation? What about the rehabilitation? In the rehabilitation, it may be medical rehabilitation. Medical rehabilitation means restoration 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 of function. They can tell about the vocational they tell about the vocational rehabilitation. That means restoration of capacity to work, capacity to earn or work. Vocational, this is vocational. What is social? What is social rehabilitation? The social rehabilitation means restoration of family and social relationship, family and social relationship. And the last about what is psychological rehabilitation. And the psychological rehabilitation means personal dignity restoration, personal dignity restoration, personal dignity restoration. So this is about the what is the actual things about the level of prevention. And if you know the level of prevention, you able to mark any questions in the exam if your basic idea is clear. So last minimum message to carry: if in the questions, if in the question if they have given, if in the question they have given any example, you have to search risk factor is present or absent. If risk factor is absent, directly go to the primordial. If risk factor is present, then only think about either it going to do early diagnosis or treatment, or they are giving health promotion or specific protection. So try to focus on only one thing: mode of intervention. If you know the mode of intervention, then you easily find out the what are the prevention is going on, what level of prevention is going on. So try to find out these things, you easily able to mark. And if not, if you are going to confuse, first try to jump on the secondary: diagnosis or treatment, diagnosis and treatment, diagnosis and treatment. Diagnosis and treatment means comes under diagnosis treatment monitoring comes under directly secondary. So what remaining, you have to search for only risk factor present or absent. If present, then it must be primary, or it's absent, it must be primordial. So by seeing these three words, you able to mark any. What about the specific protection? You have to search about the everything, then you able to mark about that. What are the specific protection, risk factor present, and what is the incidence. Incidence means new cases with time. Prevalence means new plus old cases. New cases means risk factor is there and disease is going to develop, and you are going to prevent that. That means you are going to prevent it by primary. Secondary means disease is there, you are going to treat that. That means you are going to delay delay the disease. Your early diagnosis, that means early treatment. That means you are going to basically prevent that. That means secondary level of prevention you are doing. So by this you able to mark the correct answer. Let's discuss each questions one by one. Then you able to know yes you have read correctly or not. So the question number 1 is on your screen. What is the questions? The question is, all of the following represent a specific protection. They have given directly about the specific protection. Mode of disease except, they are asking except iodized salt, iodized and salt, use of condom, personal hygiene, environmental sanitation. Environmental sanitation, you know, use of condom to prevent the STD, iodized salt for the goiter prevention, that is a specific protection is going on. Personal hygiene and environmental sanitation, a specific protection. Chemoprophylaxis for meningococcal meningitis, what it is? That is meningococcal meningitis, and there is the chemoprophylaxis. That means they are going to specifically protect this. So what is this? Personal hygiene and environmental sanitation, and you have already read that environmental sanitation comes under health promotion. So you able to mark this correctly. So the answer will be B. Second question. Secondary level of prevention include all of the following except. This is what I am doing. I am doing the exercise so that you able to know how you have read and how the concept is going to apply. Otherwise what will happen? You not feel the confident that I am able to mark any questions in the exam. And it's not like that in the FMG examination the question is easy, or in the PG examination question is easy. Questions is questions. Either it may comes in FMG exam, either it may come in next exam, or it may comes anywhere. If your concept is clear, you able to mark correctly. Secondary level, you know, secondary level means they are going to ask about early diagnosis and treatment, but they are asking about the except screening for the early diagnosis. That means this is true things. Case finding of falciparum malaria, that case finding means going to diagnose this. Contact tracing for the STI, what they are doing, they are going to diagnose this. So this is true statement, this is true statement, this is true statement for the early diagnosis. Early diagnosis come in the secondary. What about reconstructive surgery in leprosy? Reconstructive surgery, that means they are going, what they are doing, they are doing disability limitation or rehabilitation. So this will be the answer. Third one, in a population to prevent coronary artery disease, in a population to prevent the coronary artery disease, they are going to ask harmful lifestyle by education. By changing harmful lifestyle by education, lifestyle by education, lifestyle by education, you know, lifestyle by education is primary level of prevention. Which type? Health promotion. It never be secondary because there is no early diagnosis and treatment, no disability limitation evaluation, never be tertiary. You only have to search for this, so you able to mark correctly this. What about the question number 4? In area with fluoride rich water, in area with fluoride rich water, whatever fluoride rich water means, what this is? Risk factor, present or absent? Risk factor is present, and the risk factor is present, then what level of prevention it is? Defluorination of water, and you are doing the defluorination of water and defluorination of water. So in area with fluoride rich water, defluorination water, which level of prevention? This is risk factor present or not? This is risk factor is present. So risk factor, what about the primordial or what about the primary? How we are going to differentiate? The risk factor is present, so it is primary. It never be second primordial. So you mark by this. Question number 5. The question number 5. Which of the following is an example of disability limitation in poliomyelitis? Disability limitation. Reducing occurrence of polio by immunization. This is what? This is basically the specific protection. This comes under primary. Arranging the school for child suffering for, this will not be there. Then what will be the providing the caliper for the walking? This comes under which prevention? Disability limitation. So this is resting affected limb in the neutral position is what? This is disability limitation, tertiary prevention. But providing caliper for the walking, this is basically rehabilitation. So you are able to mark the correctly answer. What about the question number next? Which of the following is primordial prevention? They ask him about the primordial prevention. That means there must not be, the risk factor should not be there. First thing comes in mind. Then action taken prior to the onset of disease. What it is? Onset of disease, action taken. Onset of disease, action taken. That is, it is primary. Prevention of emergence of development of risk factor. This is the definition. So answer will be action taken, remove the possibility that disease will even occur. What it is? Primary. Action taken, halt the progress of disease. Progress of disease, you are going to treat disease or you are going to diagnose the disease. That is secondary. So answer will be B. You have to think about every option so that your concept get clear. Here you are not going to appear in the exam. So our motto is not to mark the answer. You can mark, it may be wrong or it may be right, but your motto should go with each option. Disability limitation is mode of intervention. Direct question, tertiary. Which of the following is most logical sequence? You know the mnemonic: DDH, disease, impairment, disability, handicap. Disease, impairment, disability, handicap. Here is, just check this. So answer is D. Next 9 number question. Pap smear test for detection of carcinoma. Pap smear test for detection of carcinoma. That is, they are going to diagnose, and diagnosis comes under secondary. So you can easily mark this. A person has lost his foot in an accident. Loss of foot. This example we have already done. Loss of foot. The loss of foot is basically impairment. An accident is basically a disease. And not able to work, this is basically impairment. Disability, sorry, impairment is already, this is disability. In question, not able to work is example of, this is basically example of disability. Primary prevention of obesity. They are asking about the primary prevention of obesity. Primary prevention, it must be health promotion or it must be a specific protection. So how you are going to prevent? By taking high fiber diet. Next question. Primordial prevention in coronary heart disease. This is very important question. And if you able to solve this question, that means your concept between primary and primordial has been completely solved out. How? Primordial level of prevention for coronary artery disease. A coronary artery disease, and you are doing primordial prevention. That means primordial you are doing, that means risk factor must be not be there. Risk factor must not be there. Now go with each option. What they are telling? Exercise in a high risk area. High risk area means risk factor present. So this should not be the answer. BP monitoring, that means you are going to diagnose this, that is secondary, should not be the answer. Salt restrictions, this is the answer. Statin treatment, this should not be the answer. Treatment should not be the answer. So what is the answer is salt restrictions. You have, this is PGI type question. PGI type of question we can do later, but if you want I can show another question so that you can know. Primary prevention of dental caries, and they are doing, want to do primary prevention, that means health promotion, specific protections they want to do. What? Fluoridation, yes, fluoridation they can do. Dental health education, yes, they can do. In health promotion they can give the educations about this. Fluoridation, that means they are going to do specific protections. Mass screening is for the diagnosis, and diagnosis is for the secondary prevention, so that not with the answer. Dental fitting is mode of treatment, and mode of treatment is basically secondary prevention, so not be the answer. Teeth extraction, it is also treatment, so should not be the answer. So the A and B will be the answer. If you able to mark this question, that means your all concept has been clear. All concept has been clear. Which of the following is a primordial prevention for the non-communicable disease? Primordial prevention for the non-communicable disease. They are going to ask you. Primordial means risk factor present or absent? Absent. Now 80% of your answer is clear with this term, risk factor is absent. Salt restriction in high NCD area. High NCD area means risk factor is present. So this should not be the answer. Smoking cessation in high risk NCD area, that means risk factor is present. So should not be the answer. Preservation of traditional diet in low NCD area. Low NCD area means no risk factor is there. That is primordial. So this may be the answer. Early diagnosis and treatment, this is secondary, so that not be the answer. Exercise in high NCD area. High NCD area means risk factor is present, so should not be the answer. So the answer will be C only. So you able to mark this answer. Primary prevention, I have already told. Counseling comes under primary prevention, so this should be the answer. Early diagnosis and treatment, this comes under secondary, so this should not be the answer. Pap smear means they are going to do early diagnosis, should not be the answer. Self breast examination for the early diagnosis, should not be the answer. Immunization is what they are doing, a specific protection, so should be the answer. So A and E should be the answer. Next, vitamin A prophylaxis. Vitamin A prophylaxis means they are giving, what they are giving? They are giving a specific protection. That means a specific protection. Which of the following is not a primary prevention strategy? Not a primary prevention strategy. That means it should not be health promotion, and it should not be a specific protection. Breast self examination. What is this? This is secondary, because you are going to early. Control of tobacco, this is primary. Radiation protection, this is primary. Cancer education, this is primary. So breast self examination is secondary. CAD, coronary artery disease, primordial prevention. Primordial prevention means risk factor must be absent. Primordial means risk factor must be absent. And lifestyle change. What is this? Lifestyle change. Lifestyle change means this is primary, comes under health promotion. Coronary bypass, this is mode of treatment, so comes under secondary mode of prevention. Treatment of CED, that is comes under secondary, so answer is none. What I am trying to emphasize that you must think about risk factor present or absent. If question is not going to solve by this, then going to see the second step, that is early diagnosis treatment, that is secondary. Ultimately the remaining one will be the tertiary. Immunization, again this is a specific protection and other, why this is primary, so this is primary for primary prevention. So you must know about this. Iodized salt, this is important question, this is important question. If you able to mark this question, that means your concept is completely clear. Iodized salt means they are used for the prevention in iodine deficiency control program. Any control program, any health program is doing in area, that means where the risk factor must be present, only that they are providing, and that they are providing, that means risk factor is present, and they are doing prevention, that means what they are doing, they are basically doing a specific protection, and a specific protection is doing by the primary mode of prevention. So you must do about the primary prevention. Why not primordial prevention? Because risk factor, in case of primordial prevention, risk factor must not be there. The target group of secondary prevention, the target group of secondary prevention is patient. If you want to know, you can see primordial or primary prevention. Primordial, here the target group, target is basically a group of people, a specific group of people or population, but in case of secondary or in case of tertiary, we are targeting a patient, individual, because you are going to treat an individual patient or like this. Desk provided, this is also a very important question. Why this is very important question? Just think about these questions. Desk provided with table top to prevent neck problem, that means the disease yet to be developed, that means what it is? Primary prevention? No. Primary prevention, this should be health promotion or specific protection. In the option they have already written about the specific protection, so mark specific protections. Why not disability limitation? Because neck problem yet not developed, so there is no chance of restriction, disability limitation, because it comes under tertiary things. So risk factor is present. What risk factor? Desk provided to table to neck problem chances is there, so risk factor is also there. So what you are going to do? You are going to do a specific protection. So C is better than B. If PGI type of question, you mark C and B both. Childhood obesity, this is not obesity, childhood obesity, that means obesity is not there, and it is in childhood, that is risk factor is absent, risk factor is not there, that is secondary, it's not. What is this? Out of this will be the primordial. Monitoring of blood pressure, which type of prevention it is? Monitoring of blood pressure, Which type of prevention it is? Monitoring. Monitoring means you want to early diagnose the hypertension. That means you are going to do secondary. All of the following comes under primary prevention except pap smear is for the diagnosis, that is early diagnosis, that is secondary level. Helmet, specific protection. Vaccine, specific protection. Contraceptive, specific protection, all comes under primary. So the answer will be pap smear. Which of the following is an example of primary prevention? Primary prevention, measles immunization, you are going to give a specific protection, that is primary prevention. Smoking cessation after heart attack, matlab disease is already there and you are going to this, that secondary thing. Self breast examination, early diagnosis, that is secondary. Cytological screening, that is diagnosis. You are going to early diagnose the disease, that means you are in the secondary prevention. So measles immunization is wrong. You should know each option, otherwise you definitely going to mark the wrong, because your should be clear. Considering the following: health education, they are asking which example of primary prevention. Health education, they comes under the primary, because this comes under health promotion. Treatment of hypertension, this is treatment comes under the secondary, so this should not be the answer. Screening of cervical cancer means you are going to diagnose this, that means it should not be the answer because it comes under the secondary. Changing lifestyle to prevent the stress, that means health promotion, and health promotion comes under the primary, so the answer will be first and fourth, that is option number A. What are the example of disability limitation? Spectacle you are using for refractive error is disability limitation. BCG vaccination, that is you are doing a specific protection, that comes under the primary. DOTS treatment, that comes under the primary. So you should must be aware about National Iron Plus Initiative. You know it is what it is. It is basically a health program, and health program done in a specific area where risk factor is present, and if risk factor is present, then it must be the primary. Because you are going to give it by a specific protection. You are supplementing the additional iron. That means what you are doing? You are doing the primary prevention, not primordial, because your risk factor is present. This should be come in mind. Risk factor is present or not. Otherwise, you definitely will going to mark this question wrong. Primordial prevention in myocardial infections in all. Primordial prevention in myocardial, maintaining the normal body weight. What it is? It is health promotion. Preservation of lifestyle. What it is? It is health promotion. Primitive nutritional habit. This is also health promotion. Screening of diagnosis. What it is? It is basically a diagnosis, that is second. So you can mark any question in the exam. You have done 30 questions, you may do another questions. Primary prevention of hypertension, and you are doing to do primary prevention. Primary prevention means you are going to do health promotion or specific protection. So by this you can mark any questions in the exam with all latest things in any form. Only two things is remaining, that is also important for the undergraduate level, not for the PG level. About that is the table given on the PARC. What it is? In the PARC, they have mentioned about what about the pre-pathogenesis phase and what about the pathogenesis phase. Pre-pathogenesis phase means what? That is up to the primary level of prevention. Why? Because up to this the disease has not been developed. So this is under pre-pathogenesis stage. So primary prevention. After that, it's come to the secondary and tertiary level prevention, where the pathogenesis of disease has been started. Say in the secondary there is early pathogenesis, and in the tertiary prevention there is late pathogenesis stage. So in the primary prevention and secondary prevention, this is all what we were talking about, the natural history of disease, about the pre-pathogenesis and late pathogenesis effort. That means I can easily say that pre-pathogenesis stage occur in the environment, and pathogenesis stage occur in human. So you can easily mark these questions, early or late pathogenesis stage. Now you can if you want some kind of changes or some kind of modification in the form of questions or in the form of lecture, or some important topic must be discussed, and you want to clear some doubts, and you must subscribe YouTube channel DNA Medical. DNA Medical, you search on YouTube, you will find DNA Medical, or Facebook page DNA Medical. Or if you want to subscribe my specific channel only for the community medicine, where you have to search next PSM update and community health, next PSM update and community health in the YouTube. Here we will give the video lecture related to the PSM, next, and some common health related issue in the community. This is for the community health. So generalized topic will be discussed one by one. So you can subscribe along with that DNA Medical. You can subscribe this next PSM update and community health. So thank you so much for patiently listening.